Names TV. Tune in and watch Savannah News TV. We are live. Savannah News TV. We create awareness about our place in Africa. Savannah News TV. We are distinct, we are focused, we deliver top-notch news in Savannah News TV. Equitable reporting without fear or favor. Savannah News TV. To say positive change for us and our environment is our aim. Savannah News TV. Tune in and watch Savannah News TV. We are live. Savannah News TV. Our CEO Prince Kadekonle Oluchimi Chapo. Savannah News TV. I'm a living witness. Keep watching Savannah News TV. Like and subscribe to our page on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter at Savannah News TV.
Yes, good morning from here. I remain your regular host, Olujimi Adekanle Lijoka. I'm live from the Savannah News Television studio here in Toronto. Today, the 3rd of January 2022. Very cold today in the city of Toronto. -14. It's freezing cold, but we are used to it. Having said that, to my old viewers across the world, right now we are going normally on the paper review of today, 3rd of January 2022, live from Savannah News Television studio. And going straight to the point right now, we are going to start from the Punch newspaper this morning. Nigerian inflation rate may be among world's highest in 2022. That is worrisome. Nigerian inflation rate may be among the highest in the world. That is coming from World Bank. You can get that full details in the Punch newspaper of today, 3rd January 2022. MKO Abiola challenger in 1993 election, Bashir Tufa, is dead. We all remember the Kano-born politician. He has joined his ancestors today and he has so been buried according to Muslim rite. UCH narrates how Olubadan of Ibadan died. UI mourns. The Olubadan of Ibadan, we are all aware he died yesterday. And our review statement this morning is on the monarchy of the Ibadan traditional stool. To us and to me in particular, that the style adopted of electing the Olubadan is one of the best in the whole world. There is no controversy. The person that will become Olubadan knows himself. They know from day one. Like now, Senator Lekon, I think, is coming in to become the next Olubadan. The person that is next to him knows that if anything happens to that senator tomorrow on that throne, he knows he's the next one. So it's a straight line, one of the best hierarchy, monarchy, enthronement in Africa. The Ibadan should be a template to others to avoid the issue of killings, issue of bribing, issue of unwarranted histories to any throne. In Ibadan Kingdom, they have Igba Otun, we have Otun, we have Igba Keji, Igba Keta, Igba Kerin, like that. And when it comes to your own turn, it's automatic, just as what is happening today. Because we learned even some of the chiefs have started converging in the home of Senator Lekon. And I'm sure by next week, he will be announced as the new Olubadan of Ibadan. From that, we move to another story, still on the Punch. This is coming from Ganduje, the governor of Kano State. He said Bashir Tofa was an outstanding Democrat. That is his own opinion. Mbaka gifts gospel singer Gozie Okeke new car. That is a good one from him. What a lucky chap. The lucky singer. This is coming from the wife of the guy that jumped into the lagoon. He said, my husband jumped into Lagos Lagoon after being depressed, neglected by family members for months. So that's why we should be our brother's keeper. Everybody is going through a lot of issues, so we should be our brother's keeper to an extent. Detained security guard's widow did not deny CP entry. Lagos Estate tackles police boss. I'm still wondering the reason behind why the Lagos Commissioner of Police will order the detain of a security guard, because he didn't allow him entry into an estate. I think the management of that estate to take the case up with the CP, and if it's true, he is acting out of law. Nobody's above the law. You being a CP doesn't make you above the law. And I think the security guard may be doing his job. No matter who you are, he has to respect the laid down procedure that he has been assigned for. So even if you are the CP, if you are not supposed to come there, or supposed to gain entrance to gain entry into the premises, he can turn you down, no matter who you are. So for the CP to have detained the security guards on doing their lawful duty, I think is out of place. And the Human Rights Watch should come into this, and we here as human rights activists, we are going to take it up. We're going to take it up. Nobody's above the law. That is, if it's true. We are going to investigate this story. If it's true that the security guard his rights have been trampled upon, we'll take it up. Especially, we'll take it up from here with Amnesty International, and we connect Amnesty International in Nigeria to tackle up this case and give us a report on what really happened. Adamawa husband, 57, arrested for stabbing 40-year-old ex-wife to death over roofing sheet. You can imagine. Why killing people? Killing your ex-wife. It's sad. Police deploy personnel as gunmen kidnap ASU chair, Plateau ex-governor aspirant. That is happening in Plateau State. Former ASU chairman have been kidnapped, and it's an ex-governorship aspirant in Plateau State too. I think let us go deep into that story. Let us see who that person is. A former governorship aspirant in Plateau State during the 2019 election, Kemi Nche, has been kidnapped by gunmen. He has been kidnapped by gunmen, and Punch gathered that Nche, a chieftain of the People Democratic Party, who served as the chairman of the Shendam local government area of the state at different times, was kidnapped alongside Dr. Monde Hassan, the chairman of the Academic Staff Union of the universities as the Plateau State University, BOCOS. we call on the security agencies to swing into action to make sure that these people are being rescued from the abductors, from the kidnappers. From that, now we now go into power drunk. Special fraud unit adamant refused to release Punchman's phones and ID card. I think let's just go deep into that and see what the details of that story for our viewers to see. Let's see what's happening. The special fraud unit in Ikoyi, Lagos State, has continued to keep the ID card and phone of a reporter with the Punch, Tony Ufo, who was manhandled for conducting an interview in front of the police office last Wednesday. What is the big deal in conducting an interview in front of the police office? People conduct interview in front of White House. So what the big deal? That's how they just overzealous of these people, of this so-called Nigerian police. Where they're supposed to use their strength, they will not use it. I think the authorities should wade into this and make sure that the properties of the Punch reporter is returned back to him. Federal government owes 5 IOCs $1.15 billion. Cash call arrears. Clears $3.5 billion debt. This is where all our revenue is going to. We have borrowed so much that we have to be paying in billions of dollars. So development is now secondary. Debt payment is primary. So tell me how you think the country can develop. We have chew more than what we have bite more than what you can chew. Pension contributors rose by 245,385 in 9 months. That is coming from PENCOM. Politics 2023. Governor Ekwazu endorses Ayim for presidency. All those characters, I don't know where they're coming from. We have better people from the southeast that can come out for presidency, that can fly their flag so that people can support them. Not the like of Ayim that came to power and corrupt and was so corrupt he dipped his hands in a lot of things when he was Secretary of State. We know all his antecedents, all the estates he built along the airport road, Abuja Airport Road. We know all those. Where did he get his money from? Ayim. So these are not the characters that the Igbos should be bringing out for presidency if they are really serious. That is our own opinion anyway. Shehu Sani joined Kaduna governor race. Remember, Shehu Sani had been battling seriously with El-Rufai. He has joined the Kaduna governorship race. Let us see on what platform is joining that race. Shehu Sani, immediate past senator representing the Kaduna Central Senatorial District with the masses, he will be the next governor of the state after incumbent Nasiru El-Rufai in 2023, with or without money. I don't have money to share to delegates to vote for me. Money policy is what brought the country into the mess under the ruling party. If the masses decide to vote for me, with or without money, I will win, he said. The activist stated this in a radio interview monitored in Kaduna on Sunday as he indicated interest to join the governorship race in the state come 2023. Sani eyeing the governorship seat on the platform of the opposition People's Democratic Party. He's saying he wants to come in, he want to be elected without money. It's like saying the camel should pass through the eye of a needle. With a poverty-stricken country like that, raking country like that, you want to um, contest election without sharing money in Nigeria. I wish him the best. I wish him the best. I wish him the best. I think now one of the last one here now come from the sports arena. Lukaku link in shock move to Chelsea rival. That is Lukaku. We all know Lukaku is linked to that, and I think you can get all that in the Punch newspaper. From the Punch newspaper now, we move to the Nation newspaper. The Nation newspaper. New Olubadan likely this week. I told you earlier they have one of the best process of getting to the throne of Olubadan. It's an already made process, and as I told you, let us see the story very well. Let us go by the story very well. Let us read the story and see what it entails there. The first-class monarch who joined his ancestors yesterday after a brief illness was buried around 4 p.m. at his Popoyemoja Palace, Ibadan, Oyo State capital. He was 93. Eminent Nigerians officials led by Deputy Governor Rauf Olaniyan and many indigents witnessed the burial conducted by the chief imam of Ibadan land, Sheikh Abdulganiu Agbotomoke Kekere. However, a source close to the Ibadan in council said the council may wait for the completion of the 8th-day fidua for the late monarch, which the High Chief will meet to choose a new Olubadan. It was learned that 2 members of the council, the Ekarun Balogun and Ekarun Olubadan, will be excluded because they are not kingmakers. According to the chieftaincy declaration, the next in line will be chosen, except there is a strong objection based on disability or question of integrity. According to the chieftaincy declaration, the next in line will be chosen, except there is a strong objection based on disability or question of integrity. High Chief Lekan Balogun, who is the Otun Olubadan of Ibadan, is next in rank to the Olubadan, is expected to be crowned as the new Olubadan. I told you earlier, it's expected to be crowned as the new Olubadan. And we have not had any questionable character of him. This is another interesting one coming from the CP of Lagos, what we discussed earlier on the Punch newspaper. Why I ordered arrest of 4 estate guards and a woman. We didn't insult Lagos CP. Let us see this full story. The Commissioner of Police, Lagos State Command, Akeem Odumosu, has explained why he ordered the arrest of 4 estate guards and a woman. Odumosu, recently promoted to an AIG, is due to retire this month. A row broke out between him and residents of the Brooks Estate, Magodo, Isheri in Lagos. It began with estate private security guard allegedly denying him entry to the premises, which the management denied. Spokesman of the Lagos State Police Command, Adekunle Ajisebutu, in a statement said Odumosu visited the estate on Saturday to meet his strategic partner at a function. According to him, the CP was prevented from entering the estate by some overzealous private security guards. The statement reads, all appeal to the security men to allow the CP go to see someone at a function where an urgent matter bordering on security was to be discussed fell on deaf ears, even when they had foreknown of his coming. In spite of his deliberate humiliation, the senior police officers remained calm. When it became obvious that the security men were going overboard, the CP ordered about 30 minutes. The CP, after about 30 minutes humiliation, ordered the arrest of 4 of the security men, leaving 1. However, in order not to make the estate porous, the Commissioner of Police immediately posted well-armed policemen at the gate to support the security man left behind. A few minutes later, a female resident of the estate, later identified as Adebola Fatiregun, who didn't witness the incident but heard of it, stormed the gate in anger, inciting other residents against the commissioner of police and his aides. She was also arrested for inciting violence and conduct likely to cause a breach of peace. All those arrested were taken to a Sherry police division where they made statements. They were subsequently released few minutes after, following intervention of notable individuals. Ajesibutu noted that no time did the Commissioner of Police shut or lock down the estate. He added the police boss could not have done that for whatsoever reason, knowing that the estate is a residential one. He said some residents of the estate, in solidarity with the arrested security men, deliberately closed the gates, thereby creating a temporary gridlock. Well, if with this statement, the Commissioner of Police, I don't think is at fault here. We did detailed one, what we have heard from the police authority, if it is true. The CP is not at fault. The CP indirectly is the chief security officer of the state, apart from after the governor. He is the one supposed to oversee the security of everything. And he said he's going for a very important meeting based on the security of the state. So he has every right to be given a passage in a situation like that. Having said that, we now move to the Premium Times online newspaper. Why I signed 2022 budget despite National Assembly worrisome changes. Buhari. You can get that at the Premium Times, the full details. I wonder why you should go and sign a document that you know is worrisome. When you know a document is not okay for you and you sign it. How do you call that? Is it that it was untwisted, or was it gagged into doing it? Was it he signed it under duress? I think our legal professionals should wade into this and see the implication of signing a budget that Mr. President felt it was worrisome, and he went ahead and signed into law. Over to our media personnel, our legal personnel to trash that out. And as we said earlier on this station, we'll be bringing on board a legal practitioner to discuss this issue of 2022 budget that was signed under a worrisome situation, according to Mr. President. Stop. This one is coming from Mbaka. Stop attacking me for praying for Nnamdi Kanu. Mbaka warns fellow Catholic priests. That is coming from that Reverend Father Mbaka. He said they should stop attacking him for praying for Nnamdi Kanu. You can pray for Nnamdi Kanu. He's a human being, of course. Everybody needs prayers. Being a prisoner does not mean being somebody that has been held in captivity does not mean it doesn't need a prayer. Even criminals need prayer. So what is the problem? I should allow Mbaka to pray for whosoever he wished to. Buhari doesn't seek favor from his appointees, NDDC administrator. I don't know what it means by that. The NDDC, the National NDDC, data, whatever. Let us see the full story from that end. Let's see what the guy is talking about. We have a president who will never call you on phone, who will never seek favor or send someone to you. That is not, I don't think that is, but he has people on proxy that acts on his behalf. So this is trash. Credit to the administrator of Nigeria Data Development Commission, Effiong Aqua. Mr. Aqua is only doing, to me, this is eye service for saying that how did he know that the president is not sending people? How do you know? Will the cabal come to you for anything and you say no? Who are the cabal? Who are the cabal? Who is Buhari? Who is the son of Buhari and who is Buhari? Are they not singing for favor? So these are the type of eye service we're talking about that is coming from people that have been given appointment because he's an administrator of NDDC. See what is vomiting out. It's unfortunate. From the Premium Times now we go on to the Tribune, Nigerian Tribune. Just in, Ibadan Chiefs hold meeting at Senator Lekan Balogun's house. That is, they are holding meeting in his house, possibly making the final arrangement for him to ascend the throne as the Olubadan of Ibadan. Still on the Tribune, we have this on the Tribune, Nigerian Tribune. Ibadan stands still as 41st Olubadan Obasalu Adetunji has been laid to rest. Why we release Dowen College housemaster orders? That is coming from the police. You remember the Dowen saga where a student died? I think let me bring the full story to the hearing of my viewers, this very one. Let us see the reason why the police release those people. The police in Lagos State have explained the reason for the release of the housemaster of Dowen College and other members of staff of the school who were held in connection to the death of Sylvester Oromoni. The Commissioner of Police, Akim Odumosun, also said the police were already awaiting the result of the toxicology test to determine the next line of action in the case. Odumosun said the police had to release the housemaster and others when the autopsy test conducted on the body of the deceased did not indict them for murder. He added the police released them when the court order which gave the police the legal right to detain them elapsed. Odumosun, who was recently promoted to AIG, based on the result of the autopsy, the court order that we got elapsed and we released the housemaster and the others on bail. So it has been declared by the police that the autopsy carried out on Sylvester did not say that anybody murdered him, that he died through intoxication. So you can still see that we should not be running to conclusion on things like that. When things happen, we should be very careful on how one carry rumors. You know, how one carry things, just carry news that is not ascertained. It has cost us a lot of things. One of it is what that has caused a church in Akure to be burnt down because of rumor. Because even me, I felt it was true when they said like this. There was rumor carried in Akure town that they found a corpse at the altar of that church. and that led to the burning down of that church by mobs. So we should be careful on how we peddle informations, on unfiltered, on, I mean, you are not sure, you know. So on that aspect, we should be very, very careful on how we carry information that we are not sure of. I would say that now. I think with this we are coming to the last, but not the least. We are heading for the Guardian newspaper this morning before we drop it. Naira dropped to record low amid New Year uncertainties. The Naira is continue to drop, and we told you when there is nothing to back it up, it will continue to drop. When we are borrowing money all the time, the Naira will continue to drop. When we are relying on export, Naira will continue to drop. That is just it. Inflationary pressure took shine off economic growth in 2021. Of course, that's what we just discussed. More players arrive as Eagle begins training in Abuja. That is for the AFCON. That is for in the world now under the Guardian, the world news. Iran not a point of recognizing Taliban's government. Brazil, Bolsonaro rushed to hospital with probable intestinal blockage. Israel begin fourth COVID jab for over 60s and health workers. They are always ahead. Yemen rebel seize vessels in Red Sea. Two killed in flood in Iran South. Official. With this, we are coming to the end of this news review for today, 3rd of January 2022. And to all my viewers across the globe, I say thank you for your time and your patience for listening to our news review this morning. I still remain your humble servant, Ambassador Olujimi Adekanle Lijoka of Savannah News Television, Toronto, Canada. Good morning, my viewers.
This is for Savannah News. Savannah News, we are the best. We are the best, my sister. Hey, Savannah News, we are the best. We break the news from the share. Savannah News, we are the best. For accurate reporting, the fine running. Savannah News, we are the best. SN Television, SN TV, and Savannah News, we are the best. One more time, brother, we are the best, my sister. Oh yeah, Savannah News, we are the best. If you want hear the truth about what's happening, we are the best. SN Television, for your information, listen, Savannah News, we are the best. We are the best. Canada, Toronto, we are the best. Are you ready? Savannah News, we are the best. We are the best. The deep truth without fear. Savannah News, we are the best. It's my choice, it's your choice. Nobody. Savannah News, we are the best. One more time, my brother, we are the best, my sister. Savannah News, we are the best. Regular movie, true life story. Savannah News, we are the best. One more time, my brother, we are the best, my sister. Savannah News, we are the best. Canada, Toronto, are you ready for your information? Savannah News, we are the best. SSN TV, for your information. Listen, Savannah News, we are the best. Savannah News, we are the best. Present Jimmy Adekanle. Listen.